Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to What's the 411 News. And you guys are looking on the screen right now. Meet the representative of the 4321, not the rap song 4321, but the HR bill 4321. Imagine that. How coincidental it seems that the House bill has the same numbers as a rap song. Remember, with LL, DMX, Redman, Method Man. It's kind of interesting. But you'd be even more interested in knowing what this HR bill is all about, right? Welcome back. We're back. Welcome back to What's the 411 News. And so we're going to put a picture up here real quick. Again, you guys want to know who this person is here. This is Brian Babin. I think, Brian Babin, Representative Brian Babin. You guys see the website. You can go to the website, to his website, babin.house.gov, if you want to learn more about him and his beliefs and policies. You can also contact him. There's the number and the address there. It looks like 2236 Rayburn House Office Building, 202-225-1555. Get in contact with him because you guys are already watching it on the screen right now. The HR bill 4321. And so what is 4321? What is 4321 about? Well, HR 4321 is put out there as a bill at this time, and it says it's to prohibit the United States government. All right, we're going to break it down slow. To prohibit the United States government from providing bailouts or other financial assistance to any state or local government. All right, I'm gonna keep going back a little bit, repeating it a little bit so this can sink in. All right, the HR 4321, the HR 4321 bill presented by Brian Babin, Representative Brian Babin, Republican. And we'll post his info up again, so in case you need to contact him and let him know he needs to let it go. Let him know he needs to let it go. But this bill they want to prohibit the United States government, all right, the United States government from providing bailouts and other financial assistance to any state or local government that enacts any law providing reparations for slavery and for other purposes. Now, it's interesting that they put other purposes in there, but let's go back. So this Babin guy, Brian Babin, proposed a bill, HR 4321, where he wants to prohibit the U.S. government basically from providing any financial assistance to any state or local governments, municipalities, cities, anybody in the state or city who wants to propose or provide any reparations for slavery, using that word slavery, code word for Black Americans. That's it. But you have to put those words in there, but it's code words. So he's looking to hoping or make the government or propose that the government doesn't provide any bailouts or other financial assistance to any state or local governments that want to provide or puts into law providing reparations for slavery. And I told you this before, that's what this whole thing is about. Ever since, reparations has been talked about over the years, but it's really gained a lot of steam in more recent years, the last few years. And a lot of Black Americans are getting on code. They understand, and there's a lot of Black Americans that are actually have been saying, from either side, Democrat or Republican, who are not wanting to get involved in that. And to them, we say, fine. When this reparations goes down and they give reparation finances to Black Americans, all of you Black folks that said, nah, we don't need it, we don't want it, whatever was going to be given to you, pass it on over and we'll split it all up amongst ourselves. All right. Since, some of you don't want to deal with that. And it's not like it's a gimme, gimme, gimme. It's what's owed. This country, the USA, was founded on the backs of slaves. They got free labor that built up this country into $1 billion or more, trillions industry, if you will, for free. And the descendants of those Black American slaves are now saying, you've been giving money to the Ukrainians. We're going to keep on repeating it. Afghanis, Asians, the red American Indians, Hispanics are coming across the border, living high on the hog. And a lot of these cities are opening the doors and making it possible for other companies to build things for the Hispanics so they can just live in these places, give them money, give them food. And now it's being seen or observed that a lot of the illegal aliens that came over from across the border are now doing criminal acts. Thus, what Trump said some years ago, not that I'm caping for him, but his words seem to be coming back about allowing people over the border. Now they're bringing a lot of crime activity in a lot of these Democratic cities. I think something's going on in New York, and I heard that if it hasn't already started, they was going to start those shutdowns again, where they have people back in the houses again. I don't know if it's because of what's been going on with the illegal aliens coming over, and there's starting to be a lot of crime being committed by them, and people are not wanting to come outside of their residences. But you're doing all of this for other people. You're allowing them to come over here. You're giving them set-asides. You gave Ukraine way over billions and billions of dollars. And there's some other things behind that. There's a reason why you're not wanting to stay out of the Ukraine and Russia's business and let them handle their own white-on-white crime, right? There's some other things going on. We understand there's some labs over there in Ukraine. There's some labs over there in Ukraine and some other things that's being held over there in Ukraine. We get it. We know what's going down over there. And so you're trying to protect your assets. And there's a lot of talk about this bill being actually illegal. So I don't even know how this guy was even allowed to even propose a bill. They should have shut that down, the proposal itself. But you see, again, this is what I've been saying. Everything is now being done in your face. Black people, speaking of black people specifically, and then other people, everybody else in general. For those who just don't want to do this, I don't believe that's going on. I don't believe it. Things are being done kind of in your face now, and also behind your back as well. Because there, like I mentioned before, there's a lot of distractions being put out so that you focus on the distractions while they slip in a 4-3-2-1 behind your back. They slip in a 4-3-2-1 behind your back, right? And other related things, slipping in, teaching that black slaves, black American slaves benefited from slavery. They had this big old benefit. It was just so enormous that black people, black Americans today are benefiting from the slavery that happened years ago and when they benefited. Yeah, they're really benefiting today, right? Right. And so they're doing things in your face and behind your back all at the same time. And again, it was mentioned that this is supposed to be illegal, to even for the government to be allowed to even do that. But if that's the case, you seeing how the government gets down and how they really care, who they want to care about, right? So again, Brian Babin is the person behind this, and it's been said he's had issues too, to say the least. And we're just going to post up his information in case you guys need to get in contact with him. Let him know that this look like it might be illegal, homie. Right? There's his website. I can go to that. This goes back to also when I was referring to when I was talking about maybe on another broadcast about looking up these people's policies and what they're about before you start going and voting for these folks. Stop going on emotion, man, and stop going on identity and popularity with these folks. Or they're just Democrat. We're going to vote Democrat down the board. Right now we talk about him because he's a Republican, but that also goes for the Democrats as well. Like I posed in one of my questions of the week, should Black Americans, whether they in the Democratic or Republican Party, should all go independent and scrap both of those parties, or should they remain in their parties but just be more independent minded? I posed that question. And so here's the information on Babin. Again, look him up, look up his site, see what information you can, when intel you can gather up about him and see what that intel leads you to. His contact number, website, so you guys can, express yourself about this HR 4321. All right. There's no more to say about it. I mean, it's real direct. You should understand what's going on now even more, but we'll continue reporting the news when it happens, when it comes out, whether political or otherwise, so we can keep letting you know and keeping you informed on what's going on out here. All right. Again, be aware of the Carly Russells reporting So when you focus on the Carly Russells of the world, they'll slip in a 4-3-2-1 behind your back. And then other times they'll blatantly just say, you know what? We're going to just tell everybody, especially the kids, because we know they can be very influenced easily, that, you know what? Slaves really benefited. They benefited from slavery. So this is what's going down in the world today, man. So you guys let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Share this video out to others. Let everybody know about the channel. We're available on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Spotify for those who have Spotify accounts. You know, comment on Spotify, give a thumbs up, share these out to your people. Let them know what's going on, man. All right, let them know. It's time to stop being fooled and tricked on what's really going on out here. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all, man. And like I always say, no matter where you are around the world, you can always bet on the new black media. All right. With that being said, this is What's the 411 News, and I'm out of here. Peace. Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it.